In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Cavante Turpin on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Right to the air is Prescott. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down to keep the drive alive.
Now, man, back for his second go-around with the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with Elliott. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
They'll run. Here's Elliott. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
You find yourself as a play caller saying, all right, I only got to get 1 yard and I got multiple plays to do it. What you don't plan for is all of a sudden you're going to go backwards and it changes the entire approach and, frankly, the entire play call sheet that you have to draw from.
Straight ahead, it's Elliott. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Third and goal for Prescott. He'll try and get, and he will score. Dak Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stroud begins with a pass. A throw left side finds Dell.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Dell motioning over. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to lead to fourth down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First down, Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's 3rd and 2. On the give, it's Elliott. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To the right, here's Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage. Across the 50 to the 48.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Prescott on first down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. A first catch for last season's NFL reception leader. And it yields a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Third and 5. To the air again. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up. Here's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. To throw, it's Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these 2 guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
First down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his second year as the head coach, the roster that D'Amico Ryans continues to assemble. Not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's to the big-ticket acquisition, Stephon Diggs. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Cowboys offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run, and it's Elliott. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Again, here's Zeke. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
That's complete to Elliott.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So on fourth down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Texans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll try to run for it.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Prescott now. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Going for it all. And he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll throw again. Dak gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. That is caught, back corner of the end zone. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown Cowboys. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
They'll drop to throw. Backs to his tight end, Schultz. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. He'll push this one downfield, looking for Schultz. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his...
And he's into the end zone. C.J. Stroud, touchdown Texans. He's got another one, his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got that complete to Turpin. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. Here is 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down. Elliott. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one, he's gotta have. And he has missed this one. No good. And this game, in all likelihood, is headed to overtime.
Man, that's just a tough one to swallow. You've got a chance to win the game right here at the end of regulation. But after that costly miss, they're going to see if they can pull this one out, but in overtime.
Here's 1st down. Throwing is Stroud. A ball deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Now he takes off. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Prescott to the left side, caught by Lamb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run Zeke up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Prescott. Now a screen set up for Elliott.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down. If he doesn't pick up the extra yards after the catch, they've got a 4th down play call they feel great about, and we're going to see what it looks like.
And this one is off the mark. It is no good. Texans offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Schultz is the motion man. They'll go play action with Stroud. Oh, after the catch, he's hit, and the ball is out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
3rd down and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Gonna start this on the ground with Elliott. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Second and 7. That's a timeout. For Dallas, it's their second. Second down, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 2nd and 2. Now Elliott. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Dak to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Going up top. And this one is hauled in. What a grab. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. So, it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. And the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.